Shalom. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadosh. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, also you children that believe on this truth. Shalom to the speckled bird that scattered around the four corners of the globe. This is your brother Kalak Har coming back at you with another video. And I just want to do a quick video about emotional intelligence. Having control of your emotions from the flesh. The flesh is very weak. We all know that. The flesh puts you through many things, many tests. The spirit, actually, the scripture says the flesh war against the spirit, and this flesh holds our spirit down a lot. But the flesh or the spirit wants to do well. The spirit wants to do right. The spirit wants to do righteousness, but the flesh is so weak. So I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures. You know, Lord willing, this is edifying, exhortation, or exhorting, Salakia, and it's straight to the point. Let's go to Proverbs, the 25th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 27th verse. It is not good to eat much honey, for so men to search their own glory is not glory. Verse 28, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So you got to have rule over your own spirit in this thing. The Lord put a spirit on you to walk after him and his ways, but you can't let the flesh get in front of you, and that's the emotions. Emotions, energy in motion. The Lord, you know, equipped us with all of these emotions. You don't think the Lord has emotions? That the same ones we have, we're made in this image. So therefore you have emotions in this thing, and things of this world can get you very emotional, whether it be the woman, whether it be your job making money, whether it be food, whether it be material things that's in this world. These things that have your emotions going crazy, so you have to have rule over them by having rule over your spirit. I'm going to read that again in verse 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down. America is broken down right now. The spirit of America is going down the drain. It's dwindling down the drain. Who wants to have that spirit right now? Because that spirit is going to be just destruction. Like the scriptures say, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. James, I don't know what there we go. James, is that James 1? Let me see if I can get it real quick. Bear with me. James 1 and 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you can't be double-minded in this thing. You have to hold into that spirit. You got to trust in the spirit, and that's trusting in the Lord. You know, walking in his law, statutes, and commandments at the end of the day. You can't be double-minded. You got to, like I said, stick to the spirit. The spirit is going to lead you to righteousness. The spirit is going to lead you to immortality. Especially if the Lord put the spirit on you to be in this thing. I think I got the Apocrypha here too. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, the 11th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 7th verse. Ecclesiasticus 11 and 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, then rebuke. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. And this is going to, when you're out there in the world, things of this comes up. Like, you might get into an altercation with a brother, or you might get an altercation with people of the world. Well, you got to examine so you don't blame and don't even know what's going on, because you're using your emotions. That's what it goes back to, using your emotions. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. So you can't just walk into something and just go to blaming something or getting mad about something, but you don't even know the true matters of something or what's going on. So you got to examine before you can say what's going on. Understand first, then rebuke. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. Because these days, like what is it? Ephesians 5. It's evil. The days are evil. We'll come back to that real quick. Let's see if we can. I think it's Ephesians. It might be Philippians. Or is it Galatians 5? So I could bear with me. Yeah, Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So, and when you go into circumspect, that word circum is circle, spec is to look. So you're looking and watching out for the times, because the days are evil. I'm gonna read that again. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. You got to understand the will of the Lord. The Lord is about righteousness. The Lord is not about your wickedness. He's not about the worldly stuff. You got to come out of the world. I know I'm fading in the dark back here, but I'm just on a little break right quick, and I wanted to do a quick lesson in the spirit. We can go back to Ecclesiasticus 11. I'm going to start at the 8th verse. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk, because the days are evil. Remember, the days are evil, you got to walk circumspect. So you can't be walking around trying to piss people off or think you just macho man, big man, because you got this understanding and this truth. People are black, if you brag and not, I wouldn't say if you brag and boast about it, but if you're using this as some type of glory, and we can even go back to Proverbs 25th chapter and read up a little bit, and it talks about the glory, or Ben trying to house too much glory in this thing, being cultish about this, and beating on your chest like you some pro. Look, the Lord put the spirit on you to understand it. So all the glory goes back to the Lord, and it's about being humble anyway from the beginning. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. You can't be in other matters that nothing has to do with you, because that can get you wrapped up and hurt out here, get you killed out here. What the Lord got, the Lord got visions, spirits of vengeance out here on people, and there's a lot of gonna be in Jake. I know a lot of Edomites too, but a lot of them are gonna be in Jake. Strive not in the manner that concerneth thee not, and sit not in the judgment with sinners. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. There is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and in so much the more behind. Again, there is another that is slow and have need for help, wanting ability and full of poverty, yet the eye of the Lord looked upon him for good and set him up for his low estate. And if you go into Ecclesiasticus 2, it's talk about changing to a low estate when you come into this, when you come to serve the Lord. When you come to serve the Lord, you got to be humble. You got to know that the Lord is dealing with you, and He's not dealing with you to be proud in this thing. Yes, you know a lot of knowledge more than the average person, but you can't beat on your chest about this. This is not about beating on your chest. This is about being humility, being humble. This is Isaiah 51st chapter. Hearken to me, 51 and 1. Hearken unto me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord, look unto the rock, whence are ye are hewn, or Salakia, forgive me, hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence ye are digged. It said, hearken to me that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. So if you following after righteousness and you seeking the Lord, hearken to the Lord. Listen to that. Listen to those angels working with your mind. Do what the angels are saying. Have rule over your spirit. This is let me see if I can find it. Ecclesiastes. Let me get Ecclesiastes 7. Bear with me. Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is that is the cause that his former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. So be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry. And it's a lot to be angry about. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. I believe that says in Ephesians. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. So you gotta, I'm telling you, a lot of stuff makes you mad in this truth. Because like the scriptures say in, let's get this one first. Ecclesiastes 1 and 8. Oh wait, Ecclesiastes, Salakia, give me a second. What is it? I'm looking for the scripture. Okay, 1 and 18, Salakia. Ecclesiastes 1 and 18, and much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Because the more you know about this present world and everything that's going on, I got to get back inside, but the more you know and everything that's going on in the world, the more you're going to hate, the more you're going to have grief, the more you're going to have more sorrow in this thing. Ephesians 4 and 25. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one to another. And that neighbor, Salakia, I can't even see. Thanks, truck. I'm almost finished. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on your wrath, neither give place to the devil. So I'm gonna read that again. Be ye angry and sin not. Let the sun go down upon your anger. Don't let it go down upon your anger or on your wrath. You can be mad in this thing. You can be upset about the certain situations the Lord puts you in. But A, it tell you to be cheerful about it. And B, you can't get angry about it. I mean, the Lord is dealing with you at the end of the day. So you can't get angry about in this thing. And this goes to just controlling your emotions, emotional intelligence. At the end of the day, controlling that spirit, which is the engine that runs this vehicle, this vessel. Controlling that spirit, walking after the Lord, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You have emotions. We all have emotions. But we got to master those emotions, especially in the times we're living in. At the end of the day, you want to get closer and closer to the Lord. You want to put this worldly stuff away, and you want to get closer to the Lord. So With that said, I hope you was edified. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you got a couple scriptures that exhorted you, was edified. And this is your brother Clark Har. Shalom to all the men that's laboring in this truth, all you believers out there. Shalom to you. Kwam Yasharala, Rise Israel, Arise Israel. Call Halalayim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahak HaKadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, Akim and Aqua, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. Shalom. Hope to see you on the next video. Hope to get out there on the highways and byways tomorrow. Lord willing. I'll see you later.